the world of CronosTheNewDawn, survival is a paradox and humanity is a fading memory. But beneath the layers of body horror and temporal chaos lies a story of profound, singularly tragedy. It is the story of ND-3500, a machine-like agent of the future whose purpose was absolute, yet who became utterly, fatally human. This is the tragedy of the Pathfinder, who became the Warden, a monster born not of malice, but of an obsessive, desperate love for a woman named Weronika. His motivations were pure, his methods horrific, and his ultimate failure was the price of trying to break a cycle he helped create. Now, to understand the Warden, we must first understand the Pathfinder, or specifically, the designation ND-3500. He was an operative of the collective, the vast unified consciousness of future humanity, who uploaded their minds into machines to escape a horrific plague known as the Change. The collective created beings like ND-3500, who in this case is the Pathfinder, and also the Travelers, to serve a single vital purpose. This purpose is to jump through rifts in time back to 1980s Poland and harvest the essences of people just before they died. Think of essences as a soul or consciousness. This ceaseless collection of minds was the only thing sustaining the collective and delaying the eventual catastrophic end of the world. ND-3500 was an automaton, a perfect cog in this horrifying machine of temporal triage. But for the Pathfinders, essences are more than just fuel. They are data, and every extraction chips away at the operative's own sense of self. It was one of these routine, cold-blooded missions that ND-3500 encountered his designated target, a woman named Weronika. The game doesn't give us a simple romantic montage. The core of their relationship is complex and shrouded, but the story makes one thing clear. ND-3500 became infatuated with Weronika. Unlike every other essence he was tasked to collect, the machine developed a profound, agonizingly human feeling: love. This singular emotion was a catastrophic malfunction. For the first time, a Pathfinder rejected its primary directive. He refused to deliver Weronika's essence to the collective. In the eyes of his creators, this was an act of profound, cosmic betrayal. He chose one woman's life, or rather her consciousness, over the collective survival of the entire human race. He abandoned his title, the Pathfinder, and took a new one, the Warden. He would become the keeper of Weronika's essence, shielding her from the past decay, the present's terror, and the future's collective hunger. This act of rebellion is the moment the time loop truly locks into place. By defying the collective, the Warden trashed the whole cycle, shattering the future's ability to correct the past. His desperate actions, driven by love, made the inevitable even more inescapable for everyone else. The transformation from the neutral Pathfinder to the cruel Warden is a study in how noble motivation can justify monstrous actions. The Warden's sole new purpose was to keep Weronika safe forever, but a human body is fragile, temporally, and susceptible to the change. His solution: to transfer Weronika's essence into a body as durable and timeless as his own, a traveler's body. The irony is devastating. To save the woman he loved, he had to adopt the methods of the very collective he betrayed. He began torturing and experimenting on countless travelers, dissecting their mechanics and performing horrific surgical trials to find a way to successfully house Weronika's essence. Now, the traveler we play as, the protagonist, is the product of these torturous, unethical experiments. We are, in essence, the perfect vessel, created through suffering of countless predecessors, designed to be the final, secure resting place of the Warden's obsession. This is the core tragedy. The man who stood against the cold utilitarian logic of the collective became a cold utilitarian monster himself. His love demanded Weronika's survival, and that demand made him the primary antagonist of the story. He became the very thing he sought to protect her from, a being who sacrifices the many for the one. The story transcends at the final confrontation, where the Warden presents his horrifying rationale, believing he has found the key to happiness, placing Weronika's essence into your body, finally uniting them both. But what makes this a tragedy is his ultimate heartbreaking failure, which plays out regardless of the player's choice. Failure point A, which is the inevitable corruption, that is, if you choose to spare the Warden, they both reach the future. For a brief moment, it seems he won. However, the end credit scene reveals a horrifying twist. Weronika is already infected with the change. Her survival only means that she will become the origin, or at least a critical carrier, that re-sparks the entire catastrophic cycle. The Warden's desperate measure to save her only guaranteed the destruction of the world he was trying to protect her within. The second major possibility is if you kill the Warden. The final sequence suggests that Weronika is sent back in time via the Warden's relic, arriving back in 1980s Poland, possibly to Edward's apartment. But once again, the implication remains she arrives already carrying the change. The cycle hasn't been broken, it's simply been reset. The Warden's final, desperate gamble to save her ends with Weronika, the object of his devotion, becoming the unwitting catalyst for the very plague that turns all of humanity into orphans. His love, his obsession, and his entire horrific plan to break the time loop ultimately achieved the opposite. He did not free Weronika. He condemned her, and in doing so, condemned every iteration of the world to repeat the nightmare. He became the guardian of a tragedy, not the architect of salvation. Now, the story of ND-3500, which is the Pathfinder, or the Warden, is a character of steady on the terrifying power of singular, all-consuming love. Stripped of his mechanical directives, given a gift of human emotion, he tried to achieve the only happy ending in a universe designed for despair. His tragedy is that he failed to see the bigger picture, that his private paradise required a cosmic sacrifice, and even then, reality would not be denied. His absolute love for Weronika turned him into the very thing he hated, locked him into a hellish paradise, and ultimately ensured that the end of the world would forever be marked by the agonizing, repeating failures of the man who loved her too much to let her go. Let me know what you think of the Warden story in the comments. Is he a tragic hero or just a monster? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into gaming lore. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.